one of the most powerful stories that I can probably, share with you was when I was walking through postpartum depression. I think it was one of the challenging times. And if I can describe to you what motherhood looked like for me, my first child, I experienced a touch of postpartum. My middle child, she was born in Dallas. And so I remember moving there, having her there, and I was immediately, having twins. Like if they told you from the nurse's office, like, go ahead, breastfeed. It's like natural, birth control. Well, they lied. All right. Liars. And so um, I did all of what they suggested. And lo and behold, I was pregnant with twins. And so I had two, one, and twins that were newborn, a triple stroller, one on a leash. I had a runner on my hands. And so we moved to Chula Vista, California, so which is like near San Diego, California. My husband was the executive pastor alongside our lead pastor. And we were like two ships sailing at night. And 3 years back to back of pregnancies, it does a toll on your hormones. It does a toll on your physical body. It does a toll on your emotional well-being. And for me, that's what it looked like. I was, I believe, 28 at the time with four babies under the age of two, bivocational and in ministry. And so I will never forget that I just happened to walk up to my pastor's home, and she had a prophetic dream about me. And she said, Dianna, I had an interesting dream about you. I dreamt that you put your child in the oven. And she turned to me, she says, are you okay? And I kind of brushed it off. Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm good. We're good. Sean and I are good. And lo and behold, it was the unfolding story of just not emotionally well. I wasn't physically well. I was recovering after having the twins. And so I couldn't describe to you the feeling that I felt of closed blinds, dark rooms, making sure the child gates were set up, making sure the kids were safe, and I would be in bed just not being myself. And the weirdest feeling. It felt like an out of body experience for myself. I just did not know how to dig myself out of this cavern of darkness, these shadows that kind of hovered over my life. And so my mother-in-law, dear woman, loved God, pastor's wife, she and her employer flew me up to Sacramento to recover. But that meant also traveling with all of my children. So I flew all of my children and myself up to Sacramento. And all I could do was cry every single day. And I went into Kaiser Permanente in Sacramento, and the doctor was so kind, and he said, Dianna, you did great, giving birth to four children. You could stop breastfeeding because that's what's depleting your hormones. Let's get you balanced back again. And so I was on my way to recovery. But the unique thing about all of this was the one person that kept calling me every single day.
Hmm.
It was Grandma Adams. Grandma Adams every morning would call me. Hey, honey, just want to make sure to see if you're okay. And then she would just leak a little bit of her story every single time she called. She went through almost like an emotional breakdown when she was young. And a little bit at a time, every phone call, she would just clue me in on her personal story.
Hmm.
I think the biggest takeaways of that experience was that she said, Dianna, you're going to make it. You're going to get through this. But she was the only person that called me during that recovery time. And I have to tell you, Lori, it's the things of the women of faith that you may look, put together, But there's a whole story behind the woman that you're seeing in front of you. They come with a journey.
Yeah.
They come with faith steps. They come with a whole parchment of papers up in the kingdom of heaven of the faith journey that they walked with Jesus. And with her life, if I could give tribute to a woman that I admire, that I love, been through, been through the depression,
Yeah.
walked through hard times, went and was a missionary in the Philippines, for God, built a fantastic church. The move of God happened through this woman. And here she is ministering to me every single day as I was walking through this, probably an emotionally dark time for me. She taught me how to live in the Spirit.
Sure.
She taught me what it was to lean on God. And because of her faith, it built my life that if Grandma Adams can make it out of postpartum depression, out of a world of crazy, out of 4 babies in diapers, under the age of 2, triple stroller, and one on a leash, then I could get through anything. And those are the faith stories
Yeah.
that I believe the next generation are aching to hear.
Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe today and you'll never miss a new upload. Thanks for being a part of our Better Together community.